Politicians from across the state gathered at the groundbreaking for a new bridge that's going to be between Secaucus and Kearney. But you would never know that they were there to talk about the groundbreaking, the bridge, or the commuters for that matter, because like all politicians, you get enough of them at a microphone and they're going to bicker about politics. For the full story, let's bring in Diana Blast. Diana, you were there. What do you got?
It was supposed to be a press conference on infrastructure. New Jersey Governor Christie and Senators Cory Booker and Bob Menendez threw some dirt around.
1, 2, 3.
In Kearney, New Jersey, in celebration of the new Portal Bridge on Friday. But the real headline was the dirt they threw on each other.
Tell us what you really think.
He'll say anything. I'm trying to hold back in your presence.
I'm going to be your anger translator.
But Governor Christie had some tough words for former Vice President Joe Biden, who criticized the Christie administration's handling of infrastructure funds during a campaign rally on Thursday with Phil Murphy. Here's the moment he called New Jersey one of the most corrupt states in the nation.
You're on a game show and you say, what states are the ones that have the most corruption or the most problems? You're going to hear Illinois and New Jersey.
Christie responded on Friday by bringing up Biden's financial ties to embattled Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein.
I didn't hear him talk too deeply about the corruption of that, the corruption of allowing a powerful man to sexually harass what appears to be dozens and dozens of women over time, and to use his power to either have sex with them or to ruin their careers in the alternative.
The topic then changed to Lieutenant Governor Kim Guadagno's controversial campaign ad alleging that Democrat Phil Murphy would protect illegal immigrants who commit crimes. Senator Cory Booker described it like this.
I think that is reprehensible and repugnant, and I don't care what your political party is, we should join together in condemning that. In our state, that is like a throwback to a Willie Horton ad of days before. It is not reflective of who we are in New Jersey.
Guadagno released another campaign ad on Friday. This one features students in a classroom quizzed on Murphy's Law.
Okay, class, does anyone know what Murphy's Law is?
Murphy's Law?
Ooh, I know. Murphy's Law states that if anything can be taxed, Phil Murphy will tax it. And if it's already taxed, he'll raise it.
Very good.
I'm Diana Blast, reporting for Chasing News.
Thank you, Diana. All right, let me introduce our A-plus panel for tonight to break this down and do possibly a little bickering amongst ourselves here. I want you to welcome Justin Shoham, political strategist. Justin, good to have you here with us. Mike Korobanix is here, former assistant prosecutor in Hudson County and a criminal defense attorney, and Clarissa Romero, who is an immigration advocate. Justin, let me start with you. You are a political strategist. You've been around this a long time. The idea here is that we've got a bridge, and yet we ended up talking about Harvey Weinstein. We talk about infrastructure spending back to the Obama administration. I mean, everything but the bridge.
Well, I suppose that the questions the media asks aren't necessarily always just focused on the bridge. Look, I'm glad they're getting the bridge done, but to the point that you just made, I wish that some of these traffic issues would have been alleviated 7 years ago, or 8 years ago now, 7 years ago, with the ARC tunnel. I mean, nothing exists in a vacuum. We always have to consider things that happened in the past and things that we'll consider in the future. And what I think is that the Governor Christie made a very bad decision thinking into the future about the ARC tunnel. Should have taken the deal. It's a great deal.
Clarissa, is that fair? I mean, you've got a governor saying, look, the reason I turned down the ARC tunnel is it would have been billions of dollars in overruns that the state of New Jersey would have been responsible for. And now you got the vice president going back and saying, no, that's true. We had all the money for you. Who do you believe? And caught in the middle are the taxpayers and the commuters. Who speaks for us?
No one speaks for us, actually, because they go back and forth bickering, and who knows the truth if it was really any money to begin with.
Mike, are you a little surprised? I mean, you got Bob Menendez. The man is on trial for corruption and bribery. You would never know it. He walks out of court, he does a press conference, he's at the groundbreaking. Is it almost surreal for the average person to look at this?
It is surreal. It's surreal because we have I can't think of the last time in the last 20 years when we've had a sitting senator on trial. As a criminal defense guy and as a former prosecutor, you like to hone in on that presumption of innocence. But then again, you have to take care, as an attorney, you have to take care of your client, and just let's concentrate on the trial and put the other stuff on the side.
Justin, beyond that, going back to the point that you made earlier, I've said this, and you and I have talked about this, that the press, when they ask a question, you tell every politician, the audience is never going to hear the question. They're only going to hear your answer. So these guys came in, it seems to me, with talking points to further their own agenda.
I don't know if Senator Menendez wanted to talk about the trial, but it was asked. And to your point, Mike, I wouldn't have it any other way. I think the senator is doing his job. He is in a legal battle right now, and that is the glory of our democracy. He will go through legal battle, and it will result in one of two ways. And then in 2018, the other end of our democracy kicks in, and he will be up for re-election if he chooses to seek it. This is a foolproof system in many ways. I mean, sometimes, every once in a while, something happens like this. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Mike, is the governor right that Biden is a bit of a hypocrite, not turning back and putting back some of the money he got from this, what some have called the super predator, Harvey Weinstein?
Well, that's got layers. I mean, you know, first of all, I don't know if that's even true, how much Harvey Weinstein gave, or if he did or not. Secondly the question is, everybody talks about giving money back. Regardless of what Harvey Weinstein is where does that money go back to Harvey Weinstein? If it was for a legitimate cause and furthering a political legitimate agenda, then what is the difference of where it came from? And that's in no way to condone what he's accused of doing, which seems pretty strong.
Got to leave it there.